The park was established in 1991, under the authority of the Indonesian Department of Nature Conservation in the Ministry of Forestry. The park had a management office with a staff of approximately 40, including the park head, park rangers and administrative staff. As a national park, it received an annual operating budget averaging $100,000 per year, enough to pay for salaries, office operational costs and at most one waterborne patrol per month. Under this largely top-down management regime, the park suffered a slow but continuous degradation throughout the 1990s. A number of challenges plagued the park from early on in its development. Local and indigenous communities across the world are advancing innovative sustainable development solutions that work for people and for nature. Few publications or case studies tell the full story of how such initiatives evolve, the breadth of their impacts, or how they change over time. In this activity, here are some problems that Bunaken Marine Park experiencing nowadays. The waters of the park contain more than 2,000 species of fish, several hundred species of hard coral, and over 30 species of mangroves. On land, the only remaining forest in the park is found on the high slopes of Manado Tua Island, where a small endemic population of the critically endangered crested black macaques reside. Primary among these were a range of serious and persistent environmental threats, including blast fishing, cyanide fishing, overfishing, coral mining, mangrove deforestation, forest clearing for agriculture, high-impact tourism, coastal development projects, as well as short-sighted and ill-conceived solid waste management systems. Mangrove loss was particularly intractable. Mangroves are traditionally used by the local population for building material, firewood, food and medicine. While mangroves can of course be harvested sustainably, deforestation was being driven by livelihood insecurity as well as a growing commercial market in Manado for mangrove products. Mangrove loss was translating to soil erosion, the invasion of pests and weeds, and a lack of protection for juvenile fish, mollusks and shrimp. Other underlying challenges early in the park's management included overlapping legal and jurisdictional authorities due to a lack of coordination among government agencies and authorities in the park, a lack of consultation with and engagement of both local communities and private sector partners, conflicts between the latter stakeholders on appropriate benefit-sharing arrangements, declining levels of conservation funding, unclear and often contradictory zoning systems, and, importantly, ineffective enforcement systems for park rules and regulations. In response to all of these challenges, to increasing demand from a number of stakeholders for more fair and equitable management of the park, and to growing momentum from Indonesia's decentralization and reform process, the Bunaken National Park Management Advisory Board, BNPMAB, was established in 2000. BNPMAB is a partnership of government, community, private sector, and non-governmental representatives. Pivotal in its creation and to its ongoing implementation is the Bunaken Concerned Citizens Forum, Forum Masyarakat Peduli Bunaken, FMPTNB, which represents all 30,000 villagers living in the park. The advisory board has undertaken the ushering in of a new era of co-management of Bunaken National Park that includes local communities and ecotourism operators in resource management and park enforcement. Specifically, BNPMAB was created to coordinate the activities and policies of relevant government agencies with the Park Management Authority, raise funds for conservation programs within the park, mainly through an entrance fee system, communicate its conservation program to a wide range of stakeholders, carry out participatory zoning, and coordinate joint patrols by local villagers, water police, and park rangers. BNPMAB serves as a forum to facilitate dialogue between stakeholders and make policy recommendations. The board aims to be responsive to the issues raised by park users and local communities. It also plays an active role in publicizing and disseminating lessons learned from the co-management arrangement to other marine protected areas in Indonesia and beyond. The conservation of marine diversity in the park. This would regulate the use of damaging fishing methods and would introduce eco-friendly methods to maintain ecological balance of the park. The livelihood of the villagers inside and outside the boundaries of the park would be diversified through programs that would support marine sanctuaries and delineation of fishing grounds. This would allow more opportunities to earn a living while sustaining the local initiative of marine conservation. The development of the tourism industry in the park that would attract local and foreign tourists. It will add livelihood opportunities of the people with the park. In addition, the ministry would be earning quite substantial income from the environmental park fees. To formalize the guardianship of the Ministry of Forestry of the Marine Park and would award sole ownership and right to collect revenues derived from it. Environmental conservation cannot be achieved by one group of people alone. It requires commitment across sectors and a fundamental shift in how we as a people and a country view our natural heritage. Alvin Rondonavu, Bunaken National Park Management Advisory Board.